Recording. Okay, so welcome back to political science class, and probably this is the last class before our revision starts. Okay, so next class onwards, we know that it is our revision days. Okay, revision days for the first term examination. You know that it's an MCQ test. MCQ test, right? Okay, so in 1 week we'll get a maximum 6 periods, right? Yes or no? So one subject, 2 periods each. So one subject in 1 month, the maximum we will get 8 to 9 periods. 8 to 9 periods. Clear or not? So for 2 months, probably 17 to 18 periods are there for us. Okay, 17 to 18 periods for one subject. One subject. Clear? Okay. So for history, we are able to use the 19 or 18 periods entirely for that one chapter. Other subjects, okay, maximum 7 to 8 periods we are able to use for one chapter. Clear or not? So attendance is compulsory in the time of revision. Okay. So far whatever happened, okay, just delete all those things there. You are attended, you are absent, okay. I'm not, what we can say, basically digging to that. Okay, I'm not going to dig and find out something from the past there. I don't like that, basically. And now future is there for us. Okay, clear or not? So attendance is compulsory. Each and every student want to attend the class there. Okay, and the set of questions in each class, I will give a set of questions there. It is your responsibility to read that particular area from the textbook and analyze that and find out the answers for those questions. Okay, clear? In the class we will discuss number of questions there, and regularly I will give a set of questions for you people, and you have to find out the answers by reading the textbook there. Okay, not copying the answer from others or any guide material. Okay, but read the textbook and go and find out the answers. Okay, you have to follow that system. Clear? Clear? Telling you it is important to follow the teachers there. Okay, so here we have a perfectly what you can say created fixture is there to meet the examination. Clear? Understand? So if you are walking in another path, no problem, you can walk. Okay, so sometimes by luck you can score good marks, no problem. Okay, but myself I am instructing people to follow the rules and follow the regulations. Clear or not? Okay, it is very important, very important. Okay, yeah, Melvin Martin is seriously observing something in the screen. I mean on the camera there. What is that, Melvin? Huh? What is there on the camera? Melvin Martin? Yeah.
Nothing, sir.
For him, I think. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So just come back. So this is the political science class for you people, and we are here at the almost the last chapter. The outcomes of democracy. Outcomes of democracy. Okay. And tell me, Mr. Hadi Amin, what are the things that basically, or what are the points that basically we are using to assess democracy? Tell me, how can we assess democracy?
Assess.
Hadi Amin, assess. Hadi Amin is thinking. Let him think. Okay. Afsana. Afsana, what is the answer here? How can we assess democracy? Afsana, no answers. Afsana. No answers from Afsana. Badra Pramod.
That it promotes equality among
Yeah,
citizens.
number of times we discuss these things in the class. This is the 4th time I'm asking the same question for you people. Okay. Okay, tell me.
It promotes
Tell me.
equality among citizens, enhances the dignity of the individual, improves the
Okay.
quality of decision making, provides a method to resolve conflicts, and allow a room to correct mistakes.
Okay, done. Okay. So tell me, what are the three different outcomes of democracy? Johannes, what are the three different outcomes of democracy? What are the three different outcomes of democracy? Johan, can you hear me? Johan S. Aman Shakir?
Political outcome,
Ah,
and social outcome.
okay, very good. So there are three outcomes are there for democracy. One is the political outcome, second is the social outcome, and the third one is the economic outcome. Economic outcome. Okay, so almost all the individuals who lives in a democratical country, okay, they are expecting democratical government can create a circumstance or situation to achieve this economical development, okay, and to reduce poverty and inequality. Poverty and inequality. That's what related to the economic equality. I mean, economical outcome of democracy. Okay, what is the social outcome of democracy? Can anyone tell me? Social outcome of democracy. What is that? Social outcome of democracy. Any idea?
Providing things that the society needs.
That is basically a responsive government. It's the duty of the government, right? Okay, meet the expectation of the individuals. Yeah, Amin Shakir?
Provide dignity and freedom to all citizens.
Okay, then one most important point related with the
To accommodate
social.
social-
Definitely correct. That's what the correct one. To accommodate the social diversity. To accommodate the social diversity. And tell me what is the political outcome of democracy? Political outcome of democracy. Now we know what is the economical outcome, and we know that what is the social outcome, and the third one, the political outcome of democracy. What is that? Political outcome of democracy. Okay, we will discuss that. So take your writing material, all of you. The last class we wrote about the economic growth and development, right? Yes or no? Please continue. Reduction of inequality and poverty. Economic outcomes of democracy. So those who wrote already, okay, leave it. Some students were absent, I think so. So that students can write now. The economic outcomes of democracy. The following points show. The following points show.
Where do we have to write in the lecture notes?
Yeah, in the notes itself. The following points show the relationship of democracy. The relationship of democracy. The relationship of democracy with economic growth. With economic growth and economic inequalities. Repeating, the following points show the relationship of democracy with economic growth and economic inequalities. Okay, as we discussed earlier, there are different types of governments are there. Basically speaking, so democratic and non-democratic, non-democratic. So non-democratic government showing a tendency that economic growth in those countries are comparatively higher than the democratic countries. Clear or not? But almost all the democratic countries are facing problems related with economic growth due to various reasons. That's what we are going to discuss. Okay. First point. First point. Dictatorial governments. Dictatorial. DICTATORIAL. Dictatorial governments has had a slightly better record of economic growth. Slightly better record of economic growth. Repeating, dictatorial governments has had a slightly better record of economic growth. But when we compare their record But when we compare their record, only in poor countries, there is virtually no difference. There is virtually VARTUALLY, virtually no difference. Okay, virtually no difference. So, number of countries are there, they're basically following non-democratic governments. Okay, so the countries with resources, they had a good record of economic growth. There is no resources, there is no development at all. Okay, second point, there can be a very high degree of there can be a very high degree of inequalities within democracies. Inequalities within democracies. There is often inequality. Last point. There is often inequalities of opportunities. There is often inequality of opportunities. There is often inequality of opportunities. Inequality of opportunities often available to the poorer sections of the people. Often available to the poorer sections of the people. Often available to the poorer sections of the people. Often available to the poorer sections of the people. Clear? Okay, so non-democratic governments, basically dictatorial governments, are slightly better than democratic governments in economic development. Okay, if resources are available. Okay, but most of the democracies are facing a problem. In a democratic country, there is two groups of people are there: ultra-rich people and very, very poor people also. Okay, clear or not? Distribution of income is not the same. That's the problem that faced by democratic countries there. Okay, and in almost all the democracies, we are able to find very poor people. Okay, they are unable to enjoy the opportunities, unable to enjoy or utilize the opportunities that are available because that poor people they are. Okay, this is what the economic outcome of democracy. Okay, so democratic kind of government don't have a very good record related with economical development. Okay, or removing poverty from the society. Okay, so next one, write down reduction of inequality and poverty. So almost all the democratic governments are trying to do that: reduce inequality and avoid or wipe away poverty. So the point is, write down reduction of inequality and poverty. Reduction of inequality and poverty. Reduction of inequality and poverty. Okay. All individuals have equal weight. All individuals have equal weight. All individuals have equal weight in electing representatives. So I am repeating for the students, those who are absent in the last class. Some students already wrote that, I think so. Okay, they don't want to copy it again. Okay, so those who not wrote, please write down. All individuals have equal weight in electing representatives. Here, equal weight in the sense, equal chance or equal power or equal rights. Okay, equal weight in electing representatives. REPRE, SEN, TA, TIVES, representatives. Repeating, REPRE, SEN, TA, TIVES, full stop. Representatives in the process of bringing individuals, in the process of bringing individuals into a political arena, into the political arena, on an equal footing, with equal powers, on an equal footing, FWOTING, footing, comma, we find growing economic inequalities. We find growing economic inequalities. We find growing economic inequalities. So, want to remember one thing? So, we know that the universal adult suffrage, Okay, each and every individual, those who complete the age of 18 in India, have the right to vote. Clear or not? It's a power, it's a political power. And one person, one vote, one value. That means equal weight for each and every individual to elect the representatives. Okay, so political right is the same, but economically they are different. Clear? Political rights are almost equal for each and every individual. So one person, one voter, one value. Okay, so each and every individual has the power to elect the representative, to make the government. But their economical standards are different, entirely different. Okay, so rich people are there, middle class people are there, poor people and very poor people also are there in the society. Okay, so inequalities are existing. Okay, next point. A small number of ultra-rich enjoy. A small number of ultra-rich. Then what do you mean by the term ultra-rich? What is that? Ultra-rich. Very, very rich people they are. Can you give some example for these ultra-rich people in India? Anyone?
Ambani.
Okay, then.
Yusuf Ali.
Okay, then. Adani Group, the Tata Group, the Birla Group are examples for such kind of multimillionaires. All right or not? Okay, clear or not? And the same time, in the world scenario, you can Elon Musk, clear, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, like that. Various people are there. There are ultra rich people. They are, but almost all the resources are enjoying by this small group of people, right? Clear or not? Almost all the resources. Okay. So in India also like that only. These ultra rich people, right on, a small number of ultra rich enjoy a highly HIGHLY, highly disproportionate share of disproportionate share of DASPROPORTIONAT, disproportionate share of wealth and income. Their share in the total income of the country, has been increasing. Their share in the total income of the country has been increasing. Their share in the total income of the country has been increasing. Okay, so the ultra rich people, they are enjoying a huge disproportionate share. Okay, so the share of income what they are enjoying, or share of wealth what they are enjoying, it is not proportionate with the population. Okay, comparing with the population, The richness what they are enjoying is not proportionate, disproportionate share of income and wealth they are enjoying, basically speaking. So, okay, so a large number of, a small number of these ultra rich people, they are enjoying a huge disproportionate share of wealth and income. Okay, and their share in the national income also increasing always, their share. So Ambani and we know that Adani group, they are a regular income for one day, it is in crores there, right or not? Clear or not? For that particular individual, his salary may be 5.6 crores, 6 crores, 7 crores, something like that. Clear or not? Okay, per day income, not the all around benefit or all around profit of their firms, but their individual income I am speaking about. Okay, clear or not? So that much rich people they are enjoying all these things there, and a large number of people in the country, they are the upper middle class, the middle class, poor people, very poor people, like their categories are there. So they are basically facing lots of problems, like basically economical inequalities existing in our country. In almost all the democracies, we are able to find these economical inequalities. Okay, next one. Those at the bottom strata, already told you that. So ultra rich people at the top of the economical hierarchy, right? Ultra rich people. Then rich people, upper middle class people, lower middle class people. Okay, then what is that? The poor people and the very poor people, like that categories are there. So this poor and very poor, they are in the lower strata, bottom of the society. Okay, those at the bottom strata, BOTTOM, bottom strata, STRATA, strata of the society, those at the bottom strata of the society have very little to depend upon, their incomes have been declining. Their incomes have been declining. Okay, their incomes have been declining. So, income of the poor people, it is declining per day. Next statement. In actual life, comma, democracies do not appear to be very successful in reducing economic inequalities. Okay, this clear for you? So, in short, we can say that democracies are not that successful to create a situation for each and every individual to lead a economically satisfied life. Clear? Understand? In each and every democracy, we are able to find there are two groups of people, the rich and the poor. Okay, basically, ultra rich people are the people. They are enjoying a huge share of wealth and income of that particular country, basically in a democratic country. Clear or not? And the bottom strata, the people those who live in the bottom strata, the very poor people, they don't have anything to enjoy, and regularly their income, it is declining or reducing. So this point you should keep in your mind there. Clear? This is all about the economic, what you can say, outcome of democracy. And at the same time, other governments or non-democratic governments, they are enjoying. Okay, so comparatively, that people are enjoying a better life than the people in a democratic country. So back to your textbook. So please observe this area. Okay, so accountability that already finished here, not completed yet. Okay, economic outcome of democracy. Okay, you can see arguments about democracy tended to be very passionate. This is how it should be. For democracy appears to be some of our deep values. These debates cannot be resolved in a simple manner. But some debates about democracy can and should be resolved by referring to some facts and figures. That debate about the economic outcomes of democracy is on such a debate. Over the years, many students of democracy have gathered careful evidence to see what the relationship of democracy with economic growth and economic inequalities is. The table and the cartoon here present some of the evidences. Okay, so you can see that the people in a democratic country basically facing two problems there. Okay, so a rich person so asking a question, my goodness, a little fellow, how far did you fall down? Okay, so the rich people, they don't know the problems basically faced by the middle class people or the poor people there. So a middle class person or a poor kids, they're facing the problem of food, education, health, and housing. Okay, lots of problem is there. So basically the simple cartoon shows the problem that facing by the middle class or the poor people in India or in any country. I mean, any democratic country. So definitely the rich people, they don't know the problem of the poor people or what they are facing in the country there. And next one, two tables are there. Clear? Growth rates. And table 2, inequality of income in selected countries. Selected countries there. So you can see all democratic regimes, their the growth rate is 3.95. All dictatorial countries, their growth rate is 4.42. Poor countries under dictatorship, their development is 4.34, and poor countries under democracy is 4.28. But here there is not that much difference. Okay, dictatorial countries and democracy related with the poor countries, their development is almost the same. Okay, but coming to the resourceful countries or countries with the resources, you can see there is a difference in the development. Okay, so growth rate is different. So democratic countries, the growth rate is lower than the dictatorial country. So this data says all about the growth rates, the table number 1. Okay, clear? Next one, inequality of income in selected countries. Inequality of income. So I already told you that there is a relationship between or a difference between the income that's shared by two groups of people there. Basically, top 20%, basically the rich people, and the bottom 20%. What is that? The poor people. They are the poor people. So the income of the rich people, the 20% rich people in different countries like South Africa, it is 64.8, and bottom their income is only 2.9. Very too much difference is there. Brazil, it is a top income, 63% of income is sharing or utilizing by the top 20%, and the bottom 20% only 2.6, which means, okay, so 20% at the top, 20 at the bottom. Okay, so balance 60 somewhere placed in between, So the top 20%, their income, it is 64.8 related with South Africa, and 2.9% out of 100. So 100 rupees is the income of the country, in which 64.8 will use by the top 20% people, and only 2.9 will use by the bottom 20% of the people. Balance will be used by, okay, so 65 plus 368. Okay, so balance around 32%. That's by the middle class people, right? This is the distribution of income. So basically, we are able to find there's a huge difference between the rich people and the poor people. So Brazil, it is 63 and 2.6. Russia, it is 53 and 4.4. United States of America, it is 50 and 4. Okay, 50 and 4. United Kingdom, it is 45 and 6. Denmark, it is 34.5 and 9.6. Hungary, it is 34.4 and 10%. So in almost all the democratic countries, this problem is existing. Okay, the difference between the rich and the poor. Okay, there's a huge gap is there, or a huge difference is there. So please observe this table and understand. Okay, so you can see the table 1 shows that on an average, dictatorial regimes have had a slightly better record of economic growth, but when we compare their record only in poor countries, there is virtually no difference. So democratic countries and dictatorial countries, basically poor countries, there is no such differences. Okay, you can see it is 4.34 and it is 4.28 democracies. Okay, dictatorial countries it is, and democracy it is 4.28. So there is no much differences. Okay, Clear. And table 2 shows that with the democracies, there can be very high degree of inequalities. In democratic countries like South Africa and Brazil, top 20% people take away more than 60% of the national income, leaving less than 3% of the bottom 20% population. Countries like Denmark and Hungary that are much better in this respect. We can see in the cartoon there is often inequality of opportunities available to the poorer sections in the society. Okay, so this table and the economical outcomes of democracy is an important aspect. So hope it is clear for you people, right? Is clear or not? Is this clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, only Ashik says it is clear. Afsana is laughing at that. Okay, Afsana, no idea about that. Afsana, is that clear or not, Afsana? Yes, it is. Seems. What about Vishnupriya?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, so listen carefully. So next day onwards, our revision will start. Okay, clear or not? So we will start with the geography class. I'm thinking, sir, on a Thursday, right? The geography, right? Okay, so geography first chapter. First chapter. Resources, resources and development. Resources and development. The topic for the revision is. The topic for the revision is. The topic for the revision is Earth Summit Agenda 21. Earth Summit and Agenda 21. Agenda 21. Yeah, I will tell you. History also. History is going on, right, Krishna? So I'm not. There is no doubt in that. I already told you that. Okay, so it is geography. Please write down. This is the topic for the revision. Okay, Agenda 21 for the next class. History revision is going on, so I'm not insisting you people. Okay, so I already told you that the 3 points already there, right? What is that? Unification of Italy, Germany, and Britain is going on. It's not completed yet. Okay, so continue that. Okay, for geography, it is up to Agenda 21. Agenda 21. Agenda 21. Okay, and the Earth Summit, Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit. Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit. Okay. Next one, political science. Political science. The first chapter, power sharing, right? Power sharing. So you should read the problems that faced by the Sri Lankan Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils. Up to that, you should read and come for the next class. The problem that faced by the Sri Lankan Tamils. Okay. So 3 things are fine for you, and we will meet in the next class. Okay, so we are stopping the discussion of the syllabus now. Okay, and now we are going for the revision. And after the revision, we will restart the syllabus. Clear? Okay, so 2 months time is there for us. So want to utilize that properly. So attendance is a compulsory for everyone. So please make sure your presence in the class. Okay, guys. At the same time, your projects also. I already received a number of projects there. Others also please complete it. Tomorrow is the last day to submit it. Thank you.